Welcome to Base Watches, your guide to horological exploration. In this video, we traverse the world of timekeeping, unveiling one of the 5 best world-time watches for travelers. Join us as we explore the intersection of style, functionality, and innovation, showcasing watches designed to accompany you on your global adventures. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or someone dreaming of far-off destinations, this guide will illuminate the path to your perfect world-time companion. Let's embark on this journey of global timekeeping together. The Junghans Meister Worldtimer is a member of Junghans' Meister line of classically styled watches that have been a mainstay in the brand's catalog since the 1930s. The Worldtimer is housed in a 40.4mm stainless steel or PVD-coated case with a slim and eminently wearable 10.4mm case height that will slip easily under a cuff. Atop the watch is your choice of sapphire crystal for extreme scratch resistance and durability, or hard plexiglass for a warm, vintage appeal. The Worldtimer also features a mineral crystal case back to place the movement on full display. Powering the word time is the Junghans Caliber J820.5 automatic movement, a modified version of the Sellita SW330. Beating a 28.8 kpf and offering 42 hours of power reserve, this Swiss-made movement is extremely reliable and easily serviceable. Unlike a standard SW3000, 330-1 GMT movement, Junghans has modified this movement to eliminate the date function, and instead of a GMT hand, Junghans has substituted a 24-hour disc underneath the main dial to provide world-time functionality. In keeping with the Junghans' strong tradition of Bauhaus sensibility, the dials are clean and functional. The only additional text adorning the dial comes from the Junghans logo and Worldtimer model name, and tucked below 6 o'clock is a proud reminder of the watch's German provenance. In conclusion, the Junghans Meister Worldtimer is a testament to Junghans' mastery in the art of watchmaking. The IWC Pilot's Watch Timezoner combines the essential legibility of the Big Pilot and Pilot's watch collection with the practicality of indicating a second time zone in a very simple and user-friendly watch. This full-black, tactical-looking watch has a case and crown made of ceratanium, IWC's special titanium alloy with ceramized treatment. It measures 46mm in diameter and 15.1mm in height, and has a full matte black finish with sapphire crystals on both sides. The bezel has a ceramic insert with 24 cities in white. The dial remains as legible as ever, with a matte black base and light gray indices and numerals, keeping the monochromatic look alive. The central hands display the local time, while the arched aperture at the top shows a 24-hour disc acting as an AM and PM indication. This window displays 3 numerals at once to easily identify the rotating direction. A date window completes the indications, a must-have feature on a traveler's watch. The rotatable bezel allows you to easily adjust the time on the go. Simply press it down, rotate it in the desired direction, align the corresponding city at 12 o'clock and release it to lock it back in place. The central local time hour hand and the 24-hour disc move along accordingly in 1-hour increments. Inside we find IWC's in-house 82,760 automatic movements. This makes use of the Peloton winding system, using ceramic components to reduce wear. It has 22 joules, runs at a frequency of 28,800 vibrations per hour, and provides 60 hours of autonomy on a full wind. The Baltic Aquascaphe GMT is, like its older sibling, a 200-meter, automatic, vintage-style diver's watch with a domed sapphire crystal and a familiar skin diver meets 50 fathoms case shape. However, where previous updates consisted of different dial colors, bezel inserts, or case materials, the Aquascaphe GMT is, and you might see this coming, equipped with a second time zone function enabled by the Swiss Sobrad C125, as well as a bidirectional sapphire-lumed bezel. Part of what endeared the original Aquascaphe to the masses was its case shape and size. At a very reasonable 39mm in width and only 47mm lug to lug, the Aquascaphe GMT is virtually the same as the original and wears well on all but perhaps the very largest wrists, presenting a vintage profile, also aided by an excellent, vintage-style, domed sapphire crystal, which still only brings the piece to a modest 12mm thickness. And indeed, the primary reason for this substantial upcharge is the inclusion of a Swiss-made GMT caliber in the form of the Soprod C125 powering the Aquascaphe GMT. For those who aren't familiar, Soprod is part of the Festina group and one of a few movement manufacturers, also including Salita, that is providing brands an alternative to the previously near-ubiquitous ETA, a subsidiary of the world-dominating Swatch Group. For the ocean-going traveler, the Aquascaphe GMT is one of the most attractive options out there for a GMT diver, and it feels worth the somewhat higher price compared to the standard model. For a microbrand that keeps creating desirable watches for an ever-growing fanbase, this piece is yet another step in the right direction. The Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra 150M Coaxial Master Chronometer GMT Worldtimer 43mm, henceforth known as the Seamaster Aqua Terra Worldtimer, is a sporty take on a classic complication that looks great while still managing to feel slightly unexpected in the Omega lineup. For me, Omega has always been mainly about the tool watches, namely the legendary Speedmaster chronograph and the Seamaster diver. Worldtimers, on the other hand, tend to be put forward by brands associated with luxury, a category that Omega has increasingly been comfortable operating in while maintaining its technical advantages. Look at the caliber 8938 that powers the Seamaster Aqua Terra Worldtimer. It's a well-engineered thing of beauty that demonstrates how far Omega has come as a watchmaker over the last 10 to 15 years. From near-universal implementation of the George Daniels coaxial escapement in its movements to the development and adoption of some of the strictest certification criteria in Switzerland, Omega has positioned itself, right alongside Rolex, at the very top of the watchmaking pyramid in terms of high-quality quality control and volume. One potentially polarizing aspect of the Seamaster Aqua Terra Worldtimer's design is the size of its case. It's 43mm in diameter by 14.12mm thick, and that places it at the very high end of the range of watches I tend to wear. Still, the styling is classic with twisted, faceted lugs and a polished bezel. The watch may be large, but overall, the package is refined. The Zurich comes in all sorts of colors and flavors, all of which use the same stainless steel case design with a beautiful domed sapphire crystal glass. The Worldtimer, however, because of the addition of a complication, increases the thickness of the case by 1 millimeter, and its case comprises 10 parts over the octopartite case of other Zurich models. The case diameter is also very minimally increased to a near-perfect case diameter of 39.9 mm. This practically puts it in the same size as any modern dress piece. Moving on to the dial, or should I say dials, besides the movement, is the biggest highlight of the piece. It is fitted with 2 independently rotating discs, the city disc and the home time or 24-hour disc. There is also the Nomos signature seconds sub-dial above the 6 o'clock marker that is craftily fitted into the concentric dial design. The circular patterns around the second sub-dial are clear signs of Nomos' attention to small details. Now comes the best part of the review, the movement. The machine that powers the timepiece and its unique yet simple complication. What's ticking inside the Zurich Weltzeit is the Nomos Psi caliber, perhaps their first movement that offers a full-fledged complication other than a date. And you get a front row seat to it when you flip the watch over. The Zurich Weltzeit is equipped with an exhibition sapphire crystal case back. In conclusion, the Nomos Zurich Weltzeit stands as a remarkable representation of modern German watchmaking. If you guys like this video or this video helped you, please give the video a like. Links to all the products mentioned are in the description below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, I will see you guys later.